What's up, guys? Nethervvoid here with more World of Tanks, almost daily subscriber replays, and got a good game for you here. Some interesting situations. I don't get to do a lot of TDE videos because there's a lot of camping in TDE videos, which is normal. I mean, that's what TDEs are supposed to do, right? They're not really going all over the map, you know, getting shots on people. Other than the Hellcat, which we all know is a relocating beast, right? So this is Object 704, Tier 9 Russian TD, driven by JC Denton. Thanks for sending this in. He's on the swamp map. I love this map. I've always loved this map. I hated when they removed it. I didn't know why they removed it. I had great games on this map. I don't know why people complained about it. In fact, the map is back and it's relatively unchanged. The middle is a little bit, has some changes, but really not a lot. So the Object 704 has a huge gun, big reload time, 14 seconds. Well, that's pretty big. I mean, it's like 4 rounds per minute or so. But it does amazing, amazing damage to your face. It has the BL9, or no, the BL10. And so it does 286 pen, ridiculous, and 750 damage. And boom! Just like that, you're almost dead. The mobility on it, not very good. Armor, not, well, on paper, not very good. It does have kind of an interesting armor layout. So it can be, you can get some weird dings on it or ricochets just because the armor has this really strange layout. So you can see the big war shaping up really well there in the north with the A-B lines totally filled with enemy and friendly tanks alike. And what JC's doing right here is he's trying to get flank shots in the enemy team. The problem with the flank shots from this angle is that he's got no shots. You know, they're all behind. I think there's a ridge, and he's basically behind the ridge. So this is really where that KV-13 could just lean over and get a pop shot right in his butt. I don't know why he's not. Look, he's right there. He could just pop over and pump and pound on him, right? He does it to the T-54. That was probably the better choice because the T-54 is almost dead. Always shoot the guy who's almost dead because you want to get him out of the game, right? That's how you win. I know a lot of guys with big guns will try to get, in like long reloads, will try to hit guys with full health or the guy with more health because they feel like, hey, and there's a nice huge hit on the IS-6, but they figure, hey, that's my job is to get massive damage on people, and when they're almost dead, the guys have, you know, less damage but faster reloads can get the kills and kill the guys off. That works if you can coordinate usually with a platoon mate, but when I'm in pubs and I can get a kill, I go for the kill because that's one less gun in the game. So boom, that guy's just about dead, and the Tiger II gets the kill, helping out JC, and just friendly teamwork getting that kill. So that does not work as much in pub games. Remember, the guy can have 1 hit point, and if his gun isn't damaged, it fires the same as it did when he had full health. So that's the weird thing about this game. As your tank gets damaged, it doesn't actually degrade the effectiveness of your tank. And so when you can get a kill and take a guy out of the game, you should do it. The potential incoming damage to your team is greatly lessened by taking that gun out of the game. Getting the kill shot is better than getting 700 more damage. And not in every situation. I mean, there are always exceptions. But in most cases, it's better to get that guy out of the game. Because think about it. 5 tanks, no, let's say it's 3 versus 3. It's a very common matchup, right? You take one of those guns out of the game, it's 3 versus 2 now. That's a huge swing. 33% less guns and less damage incoming, okay? In general, again. Definitely 33% less guns. But I've seen games, I've actually been in matches where everybody's shooting different tanks. They're not focus firing. And in that same scenario, those other 3 tanks are down to like, you know, 10% hit points each. None of them are dead, and they kill off the other 3 tanks because they focus fire them down. So those guys are all dead, and then the enemy team wins, and they're super crippled. But they won because you didn't take their guns out of the game. This game is all about dealing and receiving damage. That's the only thing it's about. And so you need to take their guns out of the game so they can't deal as much damage to you. So he's pushing up a lot right here, JC. He's trying to get side shots. So he tries to take a pot shot at the E75, but the E75 is mostly in cover. But again, when you see the silhouette from far away, you don't know if he's behind cover. I wish they wouldn't show you the silhouette for the part that's, boom, 700 damage. It's gonna be nice on that E75. Those things are hard to crack, but it should not show you the part of the silhouette that's actually behind cover. I mean, if they're gonna do silhouettes, right? And get out of my game. 1-2 punch to take the AT7 out of the game. So this isn't good. 75 is behind them now. But the problem with the 75 is he's overextended. This is not a good position to be in, the 75, and that's why you're dead. He pushed his luck too much. But there's really not much he can do. Even if he, let's pause it for a sec. Even if he came around here, if you look at the mini-map, even if he came around D7 to get shots into the backside of these guys, then he's got these enemies at B8 just raining terror down on him, right? So what he should have done is come over here. There's no arty, so he couldn't really do any spotting. He probably should spot for this tiger, and there's probably these other guys that are down here with this tiger to take these guys out at base. That's probably what I would have done. But it's not a lot of fun. You know, spotting's not a lot of fun, but it is what it is. Personally, that's what I would have done. Full 34-3 against this 152. This should be a no-brainer. I wouldn't take a shot in the face, but I'd try to get him to spin his shot so I can get the kill here. That would help the friendlies a lot. So this is where it gets very precarious. See, what's going to unfold is something really dangerous. So there's a few tanks out here, and now it's looking like the guys in the south, I think, pushed up into the north to try to do a sandwich move. Because the guys in the north are, first of all, having a hard time. They're down a lot of tanks. And secondly, this kind of sandwich move can really mess the enemy team up. So the Tortoise gets a nice shot on JC, and the problem JC's having now is he's getting in the middle of that sandwich. He's being sandwiched right now. He's got tanks on multiple angles. He's got to egress. He's trying to cover every angle. There's another angle. And boom, he's out of there. So that he's gone. Oh man, this could be bad. See, did you see that? He angles the front plate and gets a ding. Isn't that neat? Yeah, that's what I thought. It is pretty neat. You can get weird dings on these Russian. The Russian tanks are all like that, though. I always get weird bounces on the Russian tanks. Do you think all that should go through? They get weird bounces because their armor layouts are really funky. And you know, I remember one of the European guys saying the problem with Russian tanks is they have their own team designing the Russian tanks. Every other tank in the game, and this was a while ago, this might be different now that there's actually a lot more, there are a lot more nations, but at the time, the American and German tanks, and I think the Brits or something like that, or no, the French came out first, they're all designed by the European team, and the Russians had their own team, and the excuse given was, oh, these documents are secret Russian intelligence, and everybody's like, bull crap, these are like World War II tanks, these aren't top secret anymore. That doesn't fly. So the 34-3, luckily, JC avoids more damage, but he is majorly getting flanked. He needs to egress out of this. He's like, how do I egress out of this? I need to get out of here. And yes! Snapshot on the 4502. Side armor gets the kill. Now he gets hit for almost 500 from the E75. You gotta get out of here, dude. Invisa cheats. Okay. Whatever. So the enemy team, or the friendly team's up 2 tanks, looking pretty good. Wow. That's weird. That's a weird layout. That might be gold, but look, that's the mantlet. Thickest part of the tank, usually. Shell goes through it. Front plate, dings. Yeah, it really shouldn't look like that. Turning around, thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure I just got out of the pincer move, and now I can help the team again. Does he have a shot? He does. And no, he barely misses the shot. That sucks, because that reload is so long, and I think these shells are like 2,000 credits a piece or something. I don't think they're 1,000, I think they're more. Let me know if you have this tank, how much the shell cost is. Put it in the comments section. So, he's wanting that E75. But Super's the only thing showing. There's the E75. Oh, no. He's behind the hills. There's no way he can get to him. So he's going to come over here more. And they're only up 1 tank now. The enemy team has good positioning. Technically, the enemy team should win. The enemy team should win this. The problem here is, look at the T-54 on the friendly team. Let's pause it for a sec. Look at that. They've got a nice guy over here, spotting these dudes. And these dudes, keep looking at the minimap, these guys should be coming around here and coming all the way around to the base and getting behind. Okay, not sitting there. I don't know what they're doing. So, boom! Makes connection there. 6,400 damage. Yeah, enemy team is getting wrecked right here. That's a lot of damage to try to absorb. You cannot take this kind of punishment for very long if you're on the receiving team and you're out of the game. Jammy Big is gone. Side armor, Super Persh, not known for its absorbability. The front is where all the spaced armor is. Not like it's going to do a lot of good against 268 pen, probably, but whatever. Is it 286 or 268? I think it's 286, actually. Hold on, maybe he won't zoom in. 286, so yeah, spaced armor, it's going to help. Not sure it's going to be able to keep that shell out. So the enemy team squandering its position. There's a 34-3. Again, what's he been doing the whole game? Squandering his position. Oh, there we go. E75 still holding his own, getting some nice shots. That's 1,000 damage from that E75 now. The Tortoise, the 34-3. Well, the Tortoise now looks like he's kind of doing what he should do. The E75 goes down in a ball of flames. Nice shot. That was pretty much the enemy team's last hope for winning. That E75 needed to survive. This pincer move is not going to work without that guy. They waited too long to actually use their positioning. And boom! Jacked up. Jacked up. And he gets another shell right into the mantlet. They must be shooting gold. So lucky he's not dead. 27 hit points. Again, like I said, this is why you want to take this guy out. His gun's fine. It's still pumping out 700-something damage per shot. He's not even hurt. None of his modules are out. It's almost like, this is why I don't like the health system. It's like his tank's not even damaged. It's like every shell, bounced is really kind of what it looks like. I love to work the Thunder system better, where modules are what the damage is. And your module gets taken out, your tank, becomes jacked up. So he's waiting for him to creep out. He's the last guy now. They got the kill on the Tortoise. Good job, friendlies, keeping themselves from getting jacked up right there. And he's waiting for the T-54 to push this other guy out, the 34-3. And the 54 gets the kill. Nice game, JC Denton. Thanks for sending it in. Send more games like this to dgnetsubmissions@gmail.com. And as always, stay frosty, guys.